Western media always report how Captain Traore drove out French forces and promised to combat terrorism in Burkina Faso, yet the insecurity as a result of the jihadists still persists, and more people continue to be killed or displaced from their homes. In line with the dictates of the powers that be in the West, the Western media does this to throw shade at Traore's government and turn local and public support for his government. It's a tactic that the West has used over and over again to shut down leaders who do not fit into their plan. However, while Captain Traore has not completely cleared Burkina Faso of insecurity, the fact is he has done more in the 2 years he has been in power than what the French did in all their years fighting terrorism in the country. And we know that given more time, Captain Traore would win this fight against terrorism and insecurity in not just Burkina Faso, but also in the Sahel region. So, in today's video, we are going to show you some of the tactics that have been employed by the Burkinabe military and the victories that have been won. Aside from seeking defense partnerships with other countries including Russia and Rwanda, as well as Mali and Niger, one of the major ways Captain Traore has shown his determination in combating insecurity in the country is by fortifying and strengthening the Burkinabe military. In one interview, Captain Traore revealed that one of the reasons why the Burkinabe military could not achieve much in the fight against insecurity was that the military was not adequately equipped in terms of equipment and training. He also spoke about how the living conditions of the soldiers affected their morale in the fight. So, no good food, military equipment, or training. No wonder not much could be done. This is why Traore took it upon himself to outfit the military and boost the morale of the soldiers. So one of the first things he did was to ensure that the living conditions of the soldiers were improved, and it has been reported that Captain Traore sometimes went on missions with the Burkinabe soldiers to boost their morale. In terms of acquiring military equipment, Captain Traore has been quite strategic. After kicking out France, who formerly dictated what military equipment the country could buy, and from whom the country could buy from, Traore went on to form defense collaborations with countries whose interests aligned with him, such as Russia, North Korea, and China. Recently, the Burkinabe military revealed that powerful military equipment had been acquired. This equipment, which was bought from China, included armored vehicles, self-propelled mortars, and various weapons and ammunition. During the handover ceremony, which was conducted by President Traore, the Minister of Defense Brigadier General Kassoum Coulibaly revealed that this was the first of 5 consignments that were expected to arrive over the coming months under the Strategic Equipment Plan. And the best part of all this is, these equipment were bought without any aid or support from any foreign government. What a brilliant move! Captain Traore also added that the acquisition of this equipment is the result of a strict management of resources, proving that the country is capable of waging war. However, this is not the first time that Traore has acquired new weaponry. Earlier in March 2023, it was reported that Traore acquired military equipment including drones and armored vehicles worth around $415 million to beef up the Army's capacity. Although the identity of the supplier was not revealed, a source within the Army indicated that the equipment include drones, fighter jets, weapons, ammunition, troop transport, and combat vehicles. It was also revealed that the equipment is already in use by the Army and proved to be efficient. In recent fights against the insurgents, the Burkinabe army, led by Captain Traore, has won some significant battles using both air and land forces, which has made important areas near the borders of Niger and Mali safe. In a recent operation, in the northern regions of Burkina Faso, close to Mali's border, the military launched a fierce attack on the terrorists, leading them to run into a forest for cover. But thanks to the newly acquired attack helicopter, the military was able to continue the attack, leading to a quick victory without needing to endanger the safety of the army. This is just one of the various successes the military has achieved since Traore kicked out French forces. In fact, as revealed by the Burkinabe military, over 400 terrorists were eliminated on November 26, 2023. Imagine how many more have been eliminated since then. And all this has been possible because of Captain Traore. Under his leadership, the Burkinabe military has launched several unyielding campaigns against the terrorists and has achieved remarkable successes as well as securing vital areas near the borders of Niger and Mali. In another terrorist attack against the Burkinabe volunteer fighters, VDP, the Burkinabe Air Force swiftly launched an attack against the retreating terrorists. The Air Force engaged in firefights and eliminated hideouts, preventing the terrorists from evading detection. They also employed a strategic raid marked by precise bomb strikes to ensure that no corner in the area remained untouched by their firepower. This demonstrates their ability and determination to eradicate terrorists and their ability to adapt to evolving threats. By neutralizing the threats against the VDP, the Burkinabe military under the leadership of Captain Traore has showcased its ability to respond swiftly and effectively not only to protect specific groups, but also the overall stability of Burkina Faso. Now, to strengthen the military, Captain Traore has implemented several strategic measures against the evolving threat of the terrorists. And one such step is the approval of the enlistment of an additional 300 non-commissioned officers in the capital city of Ouagadougou. This decision will help to bolster the frontline forces with highly trained personnel. Already, comprehensive training has been instituted for the newly enlisted non-commissioned officers to equip them with the necessary skills for modern warfare and ensure that they are ready to face daily life within military units. The training program prioritizes technical proficiency, providing the non-commissioned officers with in-depth knowledge of modern military equipment, technology, and communication systems, including hands-on experience with advanced weaponry surveillance tools and communication devices, ensuring they are well-versed in the latest technological advancement. In addition, the officers will also be trained to assess dynamo situations, formulate effective strategies, and respond decisively to threats on the battlefield. The comprehensive training emphasizes the importance of having a skilled and adaptable force to counter evolving threats effectively. It also highlights Traore's commitment to resilience, adaptability, and strategic thinking in the fight against insecurity and terrorism. Now, speaking of strategic thinking, the Burkinabe Air Force has carried out a couple of raids on terrorist hideouts, which have been successful with the aid of drones. It has been reported that large groups of terrorists have set up bases within the forest of Giba and Diga, and the only way the military could have gotten these reports was through the use of drones, which have been used by the Air Force to gather real-time intelligence on the terrorists' activities and potential escape routes. Once these hideouts have been discovered, the Burkinabe Air Force would then respond with precise bomb strikes to disrupt the terrorist movement and prevent their escape. This tactic ensures that the collateral damage from the strike is minimized and at the same time maximizes the impact on the terrorist formation. By cutting off potential escape paths and strategically deploying resources, the Air Force will ensure that the terrorists have limited time and escape options for retreat, which will force them into vulnerable positions. This is a truly brilliant tactic by the Burkinabe military. From this, we can see that under the leadership of Ibrahim Traore, the Burkinabe military has flourished, and they are working hard to quickly end insecurity in Burkina Faso. Steadily and gradually, the Burkinabe military is being strengthened, shoring up its defenses, and paving the way for increased capabilities, which would position the country to contend with global challenges. The successes that have been achieved by the Burkinabe military highlight the fact that any African country has what it takes to succeed if they are determined enough. In all the years French soldiers were deployed in Burkina Faso, they were not able to achieve what Captain Traore has achieved both in terms of fighting the insurgents and equipping the military. So, even though the media is not saying it, the fact is Captain Traore is hard at work to ensure that Burkina Faso is safe again. And it's just a matter of time before we begin to see the transformation that has already begun. And with the formation of a confederation between Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, the Sahel will once again grow to become a region to be proud of. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video